bit better against Complexity. At the same time, LGD continues to look really strong, very dominant. Meanwhile, we do have a quick update, right? MVP Phoenix versus Secret. Sounds like that game didn't go quite as well as most people might have expected. We have a couple of highlights from that one we have to check out here.
On this tier 3, no
Phantom Lancer. And Winter and I were discussing during this game if they actually have any PL counters. And the game was actually pretty close. Secret maintained like a 2,000 gold lead over MVP Phoenix. But at the end of the day, like, Bloodseeker isn't very good at man fighting, and he's especially poor at man fighting versus a Phantom Lancer.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, Secret was still ahead, and Phoenix starts to turn things around.
Yeah, they have track. So all these fights that Secret try to go for, where they essentially here it's a 2-for-3 trade, that is, or 2-for-4 rather, as Zai will die here in the end as well. So that's a massive gold swing. If whatever Secret were ahead now, it's probably an even game. And if you look at the overall drafts and how this game will go down, Witch Doctor's getting an Axe Scepter, PL is getting really farmed, and at the end of the day, Secret will just not be able to deal with that PL late game.
Yeah, let's take a look at the end of the game right there, and just, I mean, what does this say about both MVP Phoenix and Secret? Like, where are they right now? MVP Phoenix, I think, has been surprising people more than MVP Hot 6 has even.
They usually don't give Zai Undying. I think that's the stranger part of the draft to me, just because you can deal with it in the same way a lot of other teams deal with it, which is wait until the Tombstone drops off, have a super strong late game that just scales really well, which is Phantom Lancer.
They used Zai earlier this tournament on Undying, where we said he was like a sponge, I think. Wasn't that Secret?
No, that was support, though.
Wasn't it Zai on Undying?
I'm fairly sure it was a support.
Yeah,
I seem to remember. It might have been another team then. For me, Zai is a very good Undying player, and I think Secret have a lot of strategies where it works. To me, their strategy also makes, like, the combination of heroes they have for themselves makes sense, but it doesn't seem particularly good against MVP's draft. That's the problem.
Yeah, we don't know where the PL was picked. Maybe he was picked, and PL has not been very popular at this tournament at all, and didn't meet with too much success in the first day. But he's been very popular, I would say, throughout the entirety of 6.84.
Yeah, we've seen I'd say maximum handful of bans, and then
I mean, when we talk about Secret as well, we always talk about, okay, they always have a very well-rounded draft. They are good in the early game, good in the mid game, good at team fighting, good at split pushing, and very good at late game. But what they had this game was their late game they cannot match the PL in the late game, that's for sure, because like what Ben said, they have no answers, they have no particularly good way of dealing with the illusion. I mean, there was only one way when we were discussing about, okay, how could they have possibly killed the PL, which is to get a Winter's Curse on the real PL with like gazillion illusions beside.